We are with Jessica Knight, and she is the owner of Homeport Restaurant here in Orleans. And so let me ask you, what's the history of this restaurant?
Well, it's a pretty cool history. I'm going to start with across the street. There used to be a beautiful Georgian house, and it's yellow, and it now was moved to Monument Road. It was on a big hill. And the owner of this property had a pharmacy in town on Main Street, Robert Pino. And so he asked the builders after they moved the house, can I have that hill to level my land? And he built a pharmacy here, and now across the street is the post office. And so he had a pharmacy, and then there was the ice cream counter in the back. And he realized it was just as much of a hassle doing the ice cream counter, or actually more, than it was doing the entire pharmacy. So he ended up branching that off to two women. One of them was Ethel Brown. Her son owned Texaco Brownies, the gas station in town. It's now Frank Sitco. And so she and one of her friends had a restaurant for 2 or 3 years. Then they sold it to Jack, who had it till 94, and then I bought it in 1994. So it's just been 30 years that I've had it.
Oh my goodness. And I understand that you've been working at this restaurant since way back, since you were young.
Yes. My brother, who you met a little earlier, Nate, he had inherited the job from my older sister, Polly. Dishwashers, which are in high demand in the summer on Cape Cod. And so when my sister didn't come back, Jack asked, is there anyone else? And they sent Nate. And then when Nate would go golfing with a fry cook, he would have me cover his shift. So I was pretty young when I started.
Wow, and so you worked
Like
here all along?
Yes, every summer of my life. I like to say I bought my summer restaurant, or bought my summer job.
Wow,
Yeah.
Excellent. So you've been the owner since what year?
1994, June 1st, 1994.
Oh,
so
it's still quite a long time.
Yeah, so I
30
just
years,
celebrated
yeah.
30 years.
That's awesome. So what's the main idea of the menu here? Is it like an all-American, or how would you describe it?
I would describe it all-American, and we're really known for our breakfast. We have croissant French toast, and we'll do tons of different kinds of eggs Benedict, with hash or linguiça, and we're known for our breakfast, but we're breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Right. So you're open for dinner now?
Yes, we just started that. I've got two fabulous cooks that were so energized, and I said, we used to do dinners. Do you want to do dinners? Because they've been doing dinners all along, but then we stopped for a few years because staffing was hard, and so they were excited, so they've taken up dinner at night, so it's very exciting for that.
My goodness, what are your hours then?
We're open at 6 a.m. to 9 p.m., but on Mondays and Tuesdays we close at 2 p.m. because they're not open for dinner those 2 nights, Monday and Tuesdays.
Okay, I understand that you're open like almost 365 days a year, right?
We are. We close Thanksgiving and Christmas.
And that's it?
Yes.
So, and you open rain or shine or a thunderstorm or a snowstorm, right?
Oh, yes. My husband, who's running around here somewhere, he and I walked into town on a snowstorm because I knew I was getting deliveries, and so many people came by to see if we were open. So I said, okay, honey, you're the one that's going to be out front and I'll be in the back. We did quite a business.
Oh, that's amazing. And even when the parking lot has been flooded?
Oh,
that's happened?
Yes. Oh, that was crazy, yes. It kind of dipped, so they had to park along, but yes. And a lot of times people will just stand inside and wait for it to stop raining with their coffee. Okay, I can make a dash and run out.
That's amazing. What is the most popular lunch item? What do you do at lunch?
We do a lot of clam chowder. We're really known for our Reubens. People love our Reubens. We have 3 kinds, actually 4. We have a pastrami panini Reuben, the regular Reuben, a turkey Reuben, and a fish Reuben. And everyone can change anything they want, and we do. We have some people that I know for a fact don't like tomatoes, or something like that, and I'll actually sometimes have to remind the new waitress. I'm like, oh, that's Todd's. He doesn't do that, or something like that.
You know your customers.
Yeah.
What about dinner? What kind of dinners do you have?
Oh, dinners. We've branched out into, we've got pad thai, and we've got different pasta dishes, and we've got a steak burrito. We have all sorts of things for dinner, which is an exciting, fun one.
Do you have some seafood too?
Yes, we have salmon, and we have cod, and we have fish and chips, or you could have it broiled, and so yeah.
Okay, and tell us about the ship that's back here on the wall.
All right, the ship in the back, that's the Charles Stewart, and yeah, I know who made the glass casing. That was Kurt Newcomb, but I don't know who did the ship.
Okay.
And then we've got a mural out front, and that's of the James Longstreet, and that was a Liberty ship that the U.S. Navy practiced bombing, and it was parked at Skakit, in between Skakit and Nauset. When I was a kid, you could always see the ship in the background, and a lot of people that grew up along Rock Harbor remember falling asleep to the bombing of the ship.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's a great little spot because like I can kind of tell what time it is when a certain person comes in. You know, like Rick would always come in. He worked at the water department, and now his nephew is John Martin, and he does a lot of the working around town. And like, you know, I know what each of their meals are, which is like kind of a fun thing. And then Kelly Knowles is a wonderful artist in town. My brother, when I first got the place, was really integral in like helping me figure out the menu and that sort of thing. And he's like, you know, Kelly's a great artist, and so she made this painting, and then we kind of took elements of it, and sketches of it, and put it on the menu. So she's down by Rock Harbor, her art studio.
Oh, excellent. This seems like it's really a family affair too. Your husband's here, your brother,
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Actually, my sister met her husband at this table. I had called her in to waitress on a Thanksgiving weekend, and then he was here with his buddies.
That's awesome.
He'd come up from Rhode Island, so they met. So yeah, that's a fun thing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What is the biggest challenge of running a restaurant?
Probably staffing. I want to say staffing's the hardest part, and I was very grateful. I have such a good, solid crew. We actually stayed open every day since we were allowed to open again after the pandemic. Yeah, a lot of places unfortunately had to close like 1 or 2 days a week, but yeah, I've got a staff that'll be like, okay, what do you need? So they're great.
Excellent. And what do you like most about it?
The cooking. I'm rarely out front. Probably in this, people will be like, who is that? And I'm always in the back cooking. So yeah, when I know I have a full staff and it's a Sunday morning and we're really busy, that's my favorite thing.
Excellent. Did you learn to cook here?
Yes. Oh, this is the only restaurant I've ever worked in.
Okay.
And so I started, dishwashing, and then as summers went by, they had me host, but then they brought me in the kitchen to cook, and so I've been cooking since the mid-'80s.
Excellent. That's great.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. We can't wait to have breakfast. It's really nice to meet you.
It was so nice to meet you guys. Enjoy.
Thank you.
I am here with a nice breakfast delight, which is English muffin, cheese, bacon, tomato, and I can't wait to get a bite. And I think I've got a big mouth. Maybe I'll just take a little.
You can do it, Marcia.
This is good. I agree with your brother in that this is one of his specials, and it's really good. I'm going to enjoy this.
I'm here with I believe it's the 2x2x2. Is that what we have here?
2x2. Noah's 2x2.
2x2. Okay. And we've got the home fries. We've got sausage buried under my mound of toast here. Some eggs, over easy, of course, and some pancakes. So we're going to start here with of course, the obligatory syrup.
Real maple syrup.
Real maple syrup here. And Marcia, I'm also going to ask you to pass the Tabasco. Great fluffy pancakes and real maple syrup with the perfect amount of butter, of course. A little Tabasco for these eggs. and home fries, just because we like it a bit spicy. Let's give it a go.
Are these homemade?
The right amount of crisp, right amount of flavor, some herbs and spices on there to bring the whole thing home. I love it.
I have the pumpkin bread French toast, which, you know, it's pumpkin, it's fall, it's got real maple syrup. What's not to like? I just had, you know, it was calling to me. Well, let's see. Really good pumpkin flavor. And this is the thing to get in the fall. And with the real maple syrup, you can't beat it. You got to get it. All right.